Yeah, no, I was just gonna ask, like, I mean, do you guys know any of these passport bros and the women that they're with, and how, well, not necessarily just the male perspective, but the women that they're with and the quality of these relationships?
I mean, they're a lot better. And the reason why is because men don't really care about a woman's income or her status. We prefer a girl that's going to follow our lead, not be a headache. And if she's attractive, we don't give a fuck about where she's from.
How are these relationships better? Can you expand on that?
They're better because the leadership dynamic is automatically instilled in the woman. So, for example, if I say, you're not going to go out dressed like that, she's not going to argue with me and give me lip and say, no, nigga, or anything else like that, or I'm going to do what I want, or you need to talk to me different. Like, she's just going to say, oh, okay, and she just does it. Like, she doesn't argue with you. And American women tend to be combative, and they think that they're equal to you. They think that they can tell you how to be a man, etc., and we just don't want that.
Okay.
You don't think that's like
not
such
every
a
single,
turn-on, though?
I feel not every single man, like, and not every single woman looks for the exact same things. Now, you can say majority.
Oh,
you
really?
can say, yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to come with your points and your perspective on that. But I think that...
I would argue all women are looking for the same thing.
We're not.
And those things.
And I'll give you an example. Dating apps show that women only find 5% of men as attractive. I think that's one of the hardest statistics that prove that women are literally looking for the same thing.
I don't even be on dating apps.
Okay, but you're the exception to the rule. It
I'm
doesn't
so
matter.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Whatever you have to say
Can we
about
have
the
a
dating apps,
dialogue
it
really
doesn't
quick? Because you've
matter.
had a lot of time, my love.
Sorry.
Thank you.
No, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we'll give you, what did it have to do with this topic, or?
Yeah, I'm only talking about the topic.
Okay, say your thing and then you'll say your thing. Go ahead. What was you going to say?
I was just gonna say, like, you might be the exception of the rule. Like, you not being on a dating app, like, I understand, but like, if he's talking about this is the statistic, then that's what it is. You know, you're the exception to the rule. You're not on the dating apps. That's all I have to
go
say.
ahead.
But also keep in mind that her not being on a dating app
still
doesn't have anything to do with what her wants are.
Why are you targeting me?
No, she's not targeting you. She's just saying that she's saying that you saying that you weren't on a dating app doesn't really change.
Reply off of what I said.
All right.
Wow.
We can have, like, I feel like we are not able to have, like,
shit was a
a
joke,
solid dialogue.
okay.
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead.
there's a lot of off-railing. But, yeah, I mean, so the point you made, I want to be clear. So the point that you made was that on dating apps, women find a lot of the same things attractive. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that women find 90+% of men as unattractive based on certain traits. Now, of course, dating apps are just one barometer to use what women are attracted to. But the reason why I like dating apps is because you're letting the woman pick on her own devices without any outside influence. She picks what she really wants, and what you find is when women are able to pick what they really want without any outside pressure or friends telling them what to do, etc., they pick the same fucking guys.
But I think
over
we
and
have
over.
to acknowledge the demographic of dating apps. It's a very superficial way of dating. And the group of people that you're taking this statistic from are a very superficial and shallow group of people. Dating on a screen is very different than being in person, I feel like. And so when you're talking about the statistics that you're talking about, you also have to factor in the demographic that we're talking about. And I also will acknowledge that a lot of women...
Well, remember, the demographic, the way women select, all I'm saying is that it's sensationalized on the dating apps, but it doesn't refute the fact that women are selecting for these traits. Height, good looks, income, profession, etc. Like,
but that's
women
just the
tend to look
percentage of women that are on that dating app, and the quality of women that are on that dating app is also in question.
Can we
Well,
ask,
dating
like,
apps
what
are-
does everybody expect out of a man?
Like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that we're talking about, like, you're speaking in very general terms, right? So general
That's
meaning
how the world
majority.
works.
He has to.
In generalities.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely.
I'm simply
hearing what
making
you're
the
saying.
argument that women typically have the same archetype of man that they like, despite the fact that they sit there and try to say, I'm different or I'm special. But you guys are all typically chasing the same small demographic of men.
I hear the point
now,
that you're making.
Do you get them? Probably not. But that does not refute the fact that this is what women want.
So the evidence that you're presenting, though, with this dating app thing, and I understand that that's just one example that you have.
Just one,
and I'm sure you have others.
Yeah.
But since that's the one that was brought up, then I want to talk about that one.
Sure.
So I feel like with the statistic that you brought up with the dating apps, it's showing a skewed and very small modicum of women. I think that you're speaking very generally and very, like, majority, when I'm not going to say that majority of people are on dating apps.
What I'm saying is that nowadays, the way women are getting married and meeting men, one of the fastest ways is through online.
Yeah.
One of the fastest ways is through online.
So that means it's extremely important and pertinent to the conversation It's pertinent to this discussion about what women find attractive in men.
But
So
a majority of women on dating apps.
okay,
so.
let's go back real quick to see how we even got here. I'm making the argument that men and women are different and we select for different things.
For sure.
A man can go to a third world country, find an attractive woman that has nothing, and elevate her, increase her status, and he's okay with that. It doesn't work the other way around. You're not going to Ukraine and picking up some guy making $200 per fucking year.
I think that's pathetic, regardless, man or woman.
How's that pathetic?
Because you're going out of America and you're going to find someone that you deem, I would say, more pliable, someone that will listen more, someone that is just, I mean, and I'm gonna say this.
No,
I'm not trying to talk down on women that
say what you gotta
submissive.
Say. No, sure.
But like weaker women, weaker-minded, less-willed women, and I find that pathetic. I think that you're looking for someone who's an easier target.
Fair point. Let me ask you a question then. Would it be fair to say that you want a man that's taller than you?
I'm sorry?
Would it be fair to say that you want a man that's taller than you?
Not necessarily. We
Preferably,
can be the same
if
height.
you had to choose between taller than you or shorter than you, which one would you prefer?
I wouldn't give a fuck. I care about people that I connect
Now, we're going to
with.
have an honest discussion, and you should give me honest answers here.
I think that you're used to a certain brand of woman, and you're convinced that anybody that says anything different is lying.
All right, cool. So they can be your height.
Period.
Fantastic. Okay.
They can be my height. They can be shorter.
Okay.
It's depending on the connection I have.
Okay.
with that person.
Do they need to be physically stronger than you and capable of protecting you in some type of dangerous situation?
Not necessarily.
Yo.
All right. Do they have to make as much money as you, or if not more?
No.
They can make less than
Well,
you.
no. They can make. They can make less than me, but I like to see ambition. I like to see drive. I like to see somebody that's going to be working towards. And I'm not saying that in a way of like I want to see that from a man and like I'm just gonna sit on my ass. I want somebody that has the work ethic that I have, because like why would I be with someone who's not trying to grind to get? I believe that 2 incomes are better than 1.
Okay. So their earning potential is important to you.
Earning potential, yes.
Okay.
Not where they're currently at.
But potential, which is
for
key
sure.
because you're going to be in a relationship, which means the future matters, correct?
The future definitely matters, especially in this economy.
Okay.
So then why are you single?
Why am I
You
single?
can find any guy out there with
I don't
metrics.
really necessarily want to go into my own personal life.
Nigga, this is about you.
I don't want to go into my personal relationship life because that involves someone else, and it's not just about me. So I'm talking about someone else. So
Right.
at this very moment, I don't want to go into my personal relationship.
You just
So
said
we're
you were
arguing for
single,
somebody
though.
else.
But we can speak on more general terms.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I wasn't even going to go there. Okay. So you
talk
want
to
a
you
guy
about
that
my
has
feelings,
earning
but not
potential,
my
etc. Okay.
relationship.
But you don't care if he's stronger than you or can physically protect you. You're okay with bearing the burden of if there's someone robs your purse, you go chase after him and he does
Somebody
nothing.
robs my purse, I'm going to get my fucking Glock.
Okay, but you are okay with your purse.
Like,
Okay. It's in your purse.
It's like that.
It's in your purse. It's in your purse. It's in your
The
purse.
Glock is in my purse. My man is down the street or
No, he's with you.
his back
He's
turned.
with you.
You understand?
They take the purse, and you're okay with chasing after that individual and dealing with him physically, and you're okay with him if he just stood back.
If my man just stood back,
Yes. Are you okay with that?
I'm not okay with a
We
man
both
who's
going.
complacent.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he needs to be big and strong in order to do it, but you need
But
to
he needs
try.
to be capable of
I'm
defending
gonna
you.
try, and I'm a like tiny weak woman.
So he needs to
you
be
need
able to
try as well.
defend you, correct?
He needs to be able to try.
Try and die.
Because no man is going to be able to defend me against every man on the planet.
Okay, but he needs to
regardless.
try.
So it's an
He needs to be
unrealistic
capable to
expectation.
some degree.
To some degree, he needs to be able to try.
Okay.
He needs to
Okay.
put effort.
Do you want a man that's smarter than you and understands the world more than yourself that you can learn from?
Not necessarily as well. Like, I don't mind teaching a man.
Really?
I really don't. You
I
need
love
to be
you.
teachable, though.
The man needs to be teachable to you?
You need to be teachable. If you're someone who has less education than me, or less wisdom, or less experience,
So coachable.
you need to be coachable.
So he needs to learn from you.
He doesn't need to learn from me if he's in a position where he has more education or he has more knowledge on a subject.
But
or
I'm
he's more of
asking,
an
would you
expert.
prefer him to be more educated and competent than yourself?
I just told you that I would not mind the level that he's at.
But if given the option, you can build your dream man, would you prefer him to be more competent and more educated than yourself?
No.
Okay. Do you prefer him to be a leader or follow you?
Can you define for me? Because I want to know for sure what you mean by leader. Because what I'm hearing is a lot of...
The decision maker, the person that tells you this is what we're going to do, the guy that makes the plans, the guy that...
No, I prefer that to be a communication. I prefer that to be from me and you, us together, and we sit down, what are we going to do?
I agree with you 100%.
Of course you do.
Yes,
Bro, you literally just said a second ago that you want the guy to take over the protection.
It's a give and take. I'm not trying to distract from your point. I'm sorry.
There's no give and take when it comes to protection. He's the one that's on the line to protect you.
She said that was she going to get her Glock and he could try.
He can try. Or
but
he
in
can
your
get
scenario,
his
you said that
dog.
you want him to protect you and he's responsible for that.
I can also protect myself. We just didn't get to that.
Bro, now you want to talk?
I shouldn't have said anything.
Because you don't make sense. You don't make sense. You don't make sense at all.
Definitely make sense.
No, you
I
don't.
mean, it's just the things
Yes,
that I
I
expect
do.
in a relationship go a lot deeper than these surface things
Okay,
that
so
we're
here's the
discussing.
thing. Here's the thing. I suspect that you're being facetious here because you understand that I'm about to put you in a position where I'm about to destroy your argument, which is fine. You could be on your protection, but you fucked up, and I'll tell you why.
I'm not trying to be defensive right now.
No, you are. Absolutely, you are. And even if you're not, 90% plus of women would not agree with you. They want a man that's stronger, a guy that's smarter, a guy that makes more money. It's funny, you kind of fucked up by saying he must have the potential to earn more money. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
What if I told you that you are a weak, feeble individual that's a brokey because you're looking for potential? What would you say to that?
Your opinion?
No, what you should respond to that is you're a fucking retard because this is what I want as a woman. It's ingrained in me biologically. That's what you should say.
I'm not going to refute your opinion.
Sometimes you got to tell people that they're stupid when their opinions are incorrect. Exhibit A. So, just like you said.
Wouldn't that be like something that if I responded in that manner, would you not be like you're an emotional woman who is lashing out right now?
I'm just say that tongue in cheek. But what I'm saying is that you cannot get mad at someone for their biological urges. And what I mean by that is women date based on potential or a man's success and
I never
status.
get mad at a woman for those things.
Oh, you don't? So why are you mad at a man that wants a woman that will follow him?
I'm not
Hold
mad
on.
at any
Stop
of
the
those
show.
things.
Stop the show. You just said something ago. You are not mad at a woman for wanting those things, right?
Yeah.
A man that could be a leader, a man that can earn, has
Okay.
potential. Why are you saying a man that wants the potential to follow him is a problem?
I didn't say that.
You quite literally did because you said, I think that a guy's trying to groom a girl and get a girl that's an imbecile, etc. You basically kind of undermined what a man wants in a woman and tried to make it as
But
if
I never
he's
said
preying
I
on
was
the
mad
female.
about that. I said that I think it's pathetic.
You criticized it and you said it's pathetic.
Yeah, from my perspective, it's pathetic. However, each and every person can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like, if you want to go and get someone who's weaker and who's...
I think you missed
my
the crux of my argument.
Okay. I'll let you...
You missed.
Reiterate.
You completely missed it.
I'll allow you to reiterate.
It's not even allow. It's my show.
I'm sorry, I will listen.
But what I'm saying is, women want a man that's stronger, taller, more dominant, and a leader.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that men and women are different and we want the opposite? If we're expected to be the protector, the leader, and the provider, wouldn't we want a woman that's going to be the protectee, the follower, and submit to us?
Yeah. And I am... My argument is that it's just not every woman, it's not every
That's a
man.
majority of women. That's a staggering majority of women.
Okay.
Absolute staggering majority.
And it goes back to the point that your majority of women
you
is from a
literally
dating
said
app.
you want a man to protect you. Like, you're done. Like, you're fucking done. The fact that you are willing to submit and tell a man, you must be protecting me, that is the definition of submission because you are following him from a protectee standpoint. Like, dude, you're done. Like, you lost. So anyway, back to you. Back to you. So do you not see how, like, your argument is flawed? Because on one end, you're okay with women wanting this in men, but then when I give you the opposite of what men want in women, which is the biological want, by the way, it's the opposite of what women want, there's a problem there. Like, if I went around and I said, women are short, stupid, incompetent retards that want a man that's better than them in every regard, I would be a complete moron for saying that because that is what women want biologically.
Right.
I can't argue with what a woman wants biologically. It's either up to me to rise up to that occasion or complain and cry about it like a bitch and not get any women.
But I criticize both ends. I did not just criticize men for wanting that. I didn't just call men pathetic. I also called the women weak. Like, I think both of them are weird. But for me, it's just like, people can do that, though.
Well, you're saying
People can
biology is weird then.
People can be weird and weak and pathetic. They can do that. They can go ahead and have these little, like, I'm dominant, I'm submissive relationships and do that.
That's how
But,
the world
like,
has worked forever, though. You do understand what you're saying is weird. A majority of women will not subscribe to what you want.
Okay.
A
Then
guy
let's
that's
scale it
their
back.
height
Then I'm
and
weird.
just potential.
I think being pathetic and weak It's weird.
I'm telling you, what you want in a man is not what most women will subscribe to at all.
So what do you
And to use your example to try to define like male and intersexual dynamics is fairly ludicrous.
I'm not trying to define
what do you
everyone
want
though.
out of a woman?
I haven't spoken in a general. Everyone
You did.
should.
You
this
absolutely
and
did. You said a
everyone
man
should-
that goes to a foreign country to find a woman that's more submissive, docile, attractive,
It's pathetic.
What do you
etc. is
want out of a
pathetic.
woman?
And I'm telling you that you can't tell a man what they're sexually aroused by.
What do
It's
you want
pathetic.